The Vatican has been hiding some very strange equipments in its archives, and one of them is a device you never thought existed. This is a machine that can view past and future events by tuning into the electromagnetic echoes that linger in the air. The idea behind its conception came from Father Pellegrino Ernetti, a Benedictine monk and scientist, and ever since, the very idea of its existence has roused so much curiosity from critics and scientists alike. The legend of this device has inspired many conspiracy theories, novels, and films. Still, it has also raised some philosophical and ethical questions about the nature of time, history, and truth. After the device's invention, Father Ernetti called it the Chronovisor. Some people have wondered if the Chronovisor could be used to validate or invalidate the teachings of the Bible, or to alter the course of history by interfering with the past or the future. Others have questioned the reliability and morality of the device, as it could be used for deception, manipulation, or espionage. The Chronovisor was used to witness several historical events, such as the Crucifixion of Jesus Christ, the Last Supper, and the trial of Cicero. Father Ernetti was also able to see the future far into a global catastrophe in the year 2033. The Chronovisor works through the compression of energy present in light and sound. Scientists explain that light and sound are both forms of energy that travel in waves. Light travels much faster than sound and can be reflected, refracted, absorbed, transmitted, or dispersed by different materials. Sound is caused by the vibration of matter and can be amplified, dampened, or distorted by different media. The article also provides some examples of how light and sound energy are essential to everyday life. Father Ernetti collaborated with 12 other scientists to build the device. Among them were Enrico Fermi, a Nobel Prize winner in physics, and Werner von Braun, a former Nazi scientist and a NASA engineer. However, Father Ernetti did not reveal the names of the other 10 scientists, nor did he provide any details about how they went about the project. He only said that they worked together in a mutual quest to uncover the past, and that they used their expertise in physics, electronics, and optics to create the device. Father Ernetti also wanted to build another project by himself in 1952 as a musical instrument that could reproduce the sounds of ancient instruments. He was inspired by his research on ancient music and languages, and wanted to recreate the music of the ancient Greeks and Romans. The Chronovisor was used to listen to the music of the past and to learn how to play the instruments. Father Ernetti said that he also built a prototype of his instrument, which he called the Archisono, and performed some concerts with it. Father Ernetti used the Chronovisor to see a 169 BC production of the tragedy, Thyestes, a 2,000-year-old piece of literature that has been considered a lost work in modern times, and only a few fragments of the text remain intact. He then transcribed the entire play from the Chronovisor's screen and published it in a book titled The Tragedy of Thyestes in the original version in 1964. Afterward, the Chronovisor was hidden for about 12 years after its invention, until a 1972 article published in the Italian magazine La Domenica del Corriere revealed its existence to the public. The article, titled "The Machine That Photographs the Past Has Finally Been Invented," made it clear that the Chronovisor belonged to the Vatican and that it had the ability to display various historical events, including the military acts of Commander Mussolini and the disciples' rush to the tomb at Jesus, which was supposedly taken with the Chronovisor. The Chronovisor remained a mystery until 2002, when Father François Brune published his book, Le Nouveau Mystère du Vatican, The Vatican's New Mystery, in which he recounted his conversation with Father Ernetti in the early 1960s and his claims about the Chronovisor. The book revived the interest and speculation about the device and its potential implications for science, religion, and history. However, the existence of the device raises a lot of questions. If the Chronovisor could do any of these things, why couldn't these be proven? It was later discovered that the photograph of the Crucifixion that was published in the Italian magazine in 1972 was a fake, and that it was taken from a postcard of a wood carving. The photograph was exposed as a fraud by a journalist who recognized the carving from a church in Spain. Father Ernetti himself admitted that the photograph was not taken with the Chronovisor, and that he had used it as bait to attract attention to his invention. Also, the transcription of the lost play Thyestes, which was published by Father Ernetti in 1964, was a hoax, and he had written it himself based on existing sources and his own imagination. The play was exposed as a forgery by a philologist who analyzed the text and found several anachronisms and errors. The original play was voluminous, up to more than 1,000 lines, whereas Father Ernetti's transcription was said to be just 150 lines. At this point, please endeavor to support my work by clicking the like button and subscribing to this channel. So let's get back to it. On his deathbed in 1994, Father Ernetti reportedly made some confessions to Father François Brune, who had met him in the early 1960s and learned about his device. Father Ernetti confessed that he had lied about some aspects of the Chronovisor, such as the origin of the photograph of the Crucifixion and the transcription of the lost play Thyestes. He said that he had used these as baits to attract attention to his invention, but that they were actually fakes or forgeries. He also confessed that he had destroyed the Chronovisor to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but that he had preserved the blueprints and photographs of the device in a secret location. Father Père François Brunet later debunked Father Pellegrino's confession, saying he did it out of coercion from the church. Father Brune did not accept Father Ernetti's confession as genuine, and he suggested that he was coerced into retracting his claims by the church. He said that Father Ernetti was under pressure from the Vatican, which was aware of the existence of the Chronovisor and wanted to keep it secret. He also said that Father Ernetti was afraid of the consequences of revealing the truth, such as being excommunicated or persecuted. Having been loyal to the church, Father Ernetti wanted to protect it from any controversy or scandal that might arise from his disclosure. Father Brune maintained that the Chronovisor was real, and that he had seen it with his own eyes. He said that he had witnessed some of the events that Father Ernetti had viewed with the device, such as the Last Supper and the trial of Cicero. He also said that he had seen the blueprints and photographs of the device and that they were authentic. He said that he had tried to locate the secret location where Father Ernetti had hidden the device, but had yet to succeed, having been denied access to the Vatican's secret archives. There are still several reasons to doubt the stories surrounding the Chronovisor. There is a lack of physical evidence or documentation of the device or its workings. The only time anyone has ever seen or examined the Chronovisor was Father Ernetti and his alleged collaborators. The only evidence that has been presented, such as the photograph of the Crucifixion or the transcription of the lost play, has been proven to be fakes or forgeries. Second is the implausibility of the scientific and technological basis of the device. The Chronovisor was said to work by detecting and reconstructing the electromagnetic echoes of the past, which is not supported by the current understanding of physics and engineering. The device is also said to be able to tune into specific eras and locations, which would require a tremendous amount of precision and computation. The Chronovisor was allegedly able to display images and sounds, which would require a complex system of sensors and converters. The device is also said to be able to travel to the future, which would violate the principle of causality, thus creating paradoxes. Lastly, there is the inconsistency and contradiction of the claims and testimonies of the device's inventors and users. Father Ernetti and Brune have given different and conflicting accounts of the device and its history. They changed or retracted some of their statements, such as the origin of the photograph of the Crucifixion or the identity of the collaborators. They have also failed to answer or address some of the questions or criticisms that others have raised, such as the ethical and moral implications of the device or the possibility of verification or replication. This brings us to the next question. If the Chronovisor was fake, why did the Vatican release an order in 1988 that anyone caught using it would be excommunicated? The Vatican decree of 1988 that anyone using an instrument of such characteristics would be excommunicated would incriminate anyone possessing or using any device like the Chronovisor. This can also be interpreted as the Vatican's tacit admission of the existence of the Chronovisor, or as a warning to those who might have access to it. Some have speculated that the Vatican might have used the Chronovisor for its purposes, such as verifying or invalidating the teachings of the Bible or influencing the course of history. The Vatican might have hidden or used the Chronovisor for its benefit or to avoid any conflict or challenge from other religions or powers. While I leave you to ponder on the possibility of the Chronovisor, let me state that there is no independent evidence or confirmation that the other 10 scientists were involved in the project or that they even knew Father Ernetti. In fact, some of them have denied or dismissed any connection to the Chronovisor. For example, Fermi's widow said that her husband never mentioned the device or Father Ernetti and that he would have considered the idea absurd. Von Braun's biographer also said that he never heard of the Chronovisor or Father Ernetti and that he doubted that von Braun would have participated in such a project. The Chronovisor remains a mystery that has not been solved or proven. It is possible that it was a hoax, a fantasy, or a misunderstanding, or that it was a real invention that was lost, destroyed, or hidden. Until more evidence or information emerges, the Chronovisor will continue to fascinate and intrigue those who are interested in the secrets of the Vatican and the possibilities of time travel. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments section. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet. Thanks for watching.